Hello everybody. Bear with me here. Haha, bear with me. Trying to get myself situated here. Oh, I was just thinking about how I wasn't sure what I was going to talk about today. Like, I have nothing new to report. But I do, I have a little bit new to report. Because I haven't seen you guys in 2 weeks at this point. It's crazy. I can't remember which color we decided on. Alright, so, hi! Way to be like first one here. There we go. How are you? Tired, yeah. I'm sorry you're tired. I hope you get some rest. I've been told some people watch this channel to fall asleep. If that helps. Celebrated Mom's birthday. Oh, long family hikes. Well, it's very nice of you to do a long family hike in this kind of cold. Happy birthday to Mom. When last we left off, I had sewed the sleeve inside out. So we're gonna try to do this the right way this time. It has been almost too long where I wasn't sure where I left off. But now I know. She's going hiking in Nepal. Wow, in 2 months hiking is very much... Well, good for her. Oh my goodness, Nepal. That sounds beautiful. I'm sure she will have an absolute blast. Safe travels. Did I get to do snow stuff? I did, yeah. So we were given the option to go into work on Friday. And a lot of people did not take that option. But I was like, you know what? It's probably not going to be that bad. Everybody's making a big to-do out of it. I'm not worried. Plus, I drive a pretty snow-safe car, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to go into work because I had that Tuesday off for the snow anyway, so like I wasn't going to keep taking off days for silly amounts of snow. I get into work and it's already snowing, and I'm like, okay, well, it's not that bad. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll clock out around noon since nobody's really here and all that jazz. And by 10 o'clock, everything was so snowy. I was like, well, time to go. And I was one of the last people to leave out of the people that were there. And I came home and took my kid out to go play in the snow. It was his birthday on Wednesday, so it was funny because he had off Monday for Martin Luther King Day, had off Tuesday because of the snow. Wednesday was his birthday, and his mom let him stay home. Thursday he went into school, and Friday he had a snow day. So, lucky kid, only had to go into school once last week. I come home, and I'm like, we're going out in the snow. So I take him out. We made snow angels. We played in the park and attempted a snowman, but the snow was just so powdery. And then the next day we went sledding. It's good. We had a good time in it. It's like the first time he's had this much snow in years. So I felt it was necessary to go out and enjoy it. And I haven't been sledding since I was maybe 19-ish. So definitely time for me to go. Well, my body can still handle it. Yeah, but a good time was had by all, and we had pancakes for breakfast yesterday. All sorts of fun things. But having that extra day, well, most of an extra day on Friday meant that I could actually, like, relax a little bit, do things that I wanted to do, catch up on a few things. It occurred to me around 2 o'clock yesterday that I still had my dad's business stuff to do for the end of the year. I help him with his invoices and getting, like, collections letters written up and putting in received payments and things like that into QuickBooks and all that. And it occurred to me yesterday that I hadn't done that yet. I was like, oh shoot, it's almost the end of January. Why do I always wait this long? So I spent yesterday doing that, and I got to work on Patreon content today, so there's new Patreon content up. Managed to do some meal prep for the week. Just really nice having that time. You know, it's sad because we were supposed to be working 4-day weeks in January. At least my department is, because there's, like, not enough work in January. But, you know, it's sad because I don't have the extra money, but at the same time, I am so grateful for it. We had my in-laws over for Phoenix's, for part 2 of Phoenix's birthday dinner. Because we did a small thing on his birthday, and then he wanted to order Chinese food and have cake with some of the in-laws, so we did that yesterday. We redid Phoenix's room for his birthday too last weekend. And that's why I couldn't stream. I was really busy trying to finish that up. And we did it all 90s themed. And it's super cool. So if you haven't seen it on my social media, I highly encourage you to go check it out because I am so proud of it. The invoices isn't... So at this time of year, I'm not doing as many invoices as I am doing... I'm inputting all of the received payments. I don't do that throughout the year. I just wait until the end and just one day of aggravation. Yes, on Facebook. And just put in all the payments, and then I get to do like collections. Not collections notices, but like, hey, this is overdue. Pay us, please. But I go over with, like, my dad comes over and we go over like each one that the system says is overdue, but sometimes he's just like, oh yeah, they paid me. Thanks for letting me know, right? Like, yeah, they paid me in cash. Okay, that doesn't help me know these things unless you tell me. But he gets to essentially yay and nay each letter I have to send out. But he couldn't do that this week because he ended up getting sick, so had to push it off a couple weeks. I believe I posted it on Facebook. On the Blueberry Hollow Facebook, not on my personal one. I don't post on there anymore. Thank you. I hand painted pretty much all of it. My husband did the white underneath of the Dixie cup pattern, which is called Jazz, by the way. I learned that pattern has a name. We call it the Jazz Wall. Which confused the heck out of one of my buddies when I called it that. He's like, what the heck is a jazz wall? But Rob had the idea to switch the Minecraft checkerboard over to Cartoon Network, and do Nickelodeon because I was just going to do just all jazz ball. Somebody report that guy. But he figured waste not, want not on the checkerboard, so I just had to switch it over to black and white and do the Nickelodeon and the Cartoon Network. The jazz wall was actually the easiest wall to do, because that's all sponge painted. And then the ugly geometric patterns, and God, it was just non-stop though, from Friday evening into Monday evening. We were just putting that room together and straightening up his playroom. How is it now better than all jazz? Well, I see Rob wants our bedroom to be painted all jazz now that I've done it. I'm like, no, we're not painting our bedroom jazz. How it is now is better than all jazz. Okay, I'm sorry, I've been misreading things all day. Yes, yeah. If it were all jazz, I think it would be overwhelming. Would have been a lot easier to paint, though, I'll tell you that. That sponge painting took me an hour tops. We bought him lava lamps. We got him that new desk that's in there, desk and dresser set. He's got under the bed storage. His closet is so small. It's 10 inches deep by, I think, 24 inches wide. And I have no idea why they just didn't take out that wall completely into a closet, or I don't know. It baffles me why that closet is like that. But we took the door off of that, and Rob built shelves into it so that now Phoenix has more storage and display space. Yeah, it was a huge project to redo, and Rob asked me if I wanted to do it 2 weeks before Phoenix's birthday. So I was like, yeah, I do want to do this, but I'm gonna need help. It was good. It was a good team project. And I told him, I said, now we have to actually do the rest of the house, because we've redone Phoenix's room twice in the almost 4 years that we've been here. And there are still multiple rooms in this house that have no paint. And it drives me bonkers. I would love to have a painted kitchen. Or bathrooms. Or a roof. A roof would be nice so I could paint my bedroom. Not that I spend much time in there, but it would still be very nice. I have to announce this on my social media, but it is official. I am doing 3 shows this year. I'm very excited to announce that. And I think I'm only going to cap out at 4 ever. But this year I am doing the Delaware show in April, the Lancaster show in May, and then Philly Miniatura in November. If you are interested in coming to one of those shows, keep an eye out on my social media pages for some information. Because I'll be posting about that in the next couple days. Yeah. Fun, exciting, nerve-wracking. I've got so much to do. I will be probably redoing my displays come Philly Miniatura time, but because I'll have a couple more things that I'll want to display, and I just don't have the space right now to do it. So it's just going to be a very exciting year. Fingers crossed it goes well. It's funny though, I was telling one of my friends that now that Phoenix's room is done, just like what now? You know, like there's no major thing on my radar. And usually, for the last couple months there's been huge things on my radar, so it feels very much like I've deflated. And I know there are things to be done, and I know there's things that I can do, and what I should be working on, and but it's very odd, because you go from, like, power mode to, like, nothing. You know, in the next couple weeks I've got, what, Valentine's Day? And then Easter? After that, like, that's what I've got until, like, July. Well, June. Because then June it all starts all over again with, like, the craziness, because we go, it goes my birthday, our anniversary, my husband's birthday. So, those three major things that we don't... Part of me wants to celebrate them together just so it's not as much of a craziness, but the rest of me is like, but they're different things and they should be celebrated differently. And I want us to feel special on our birthdays, and I want us to feel romantic on our anniversary. But that's a lot. And then it all happens again in November with Thanksgiving. Then I have to start thinking about Christmas. Well, I'm already thinking about Christmas. So, like, that's always, like, on the back burner. Christmas for me is like that soup that you just keep on the back of the stove, and you just keep putting more water in it, and you keep putting more stuff in it. And it's never really the same soup every year, but there's the same elements in it. And it just stays there, and it's always a staple. And I always think about it. Like, I've already got this year's ornament picked out. But I do have to brainstorm the next 5 years because I'm out of ideas. Like, this Christmas is just an all-year thought process for me, because I have so many people that I have to do and think for, and not only do I have to think about what I want, which I never know, I have to think about what the boys want, because the boys don't give me anything. And then I have to somehow distribute that across 5 sets of families. It's impossible. Believe it or not, though, not my favorite holiday, for all the effort I put into it. In fact, one of my least favorite holidays. I like making it special for other people, but I do not get the warm fuzzies out of it that other people get. No, like, I don't... when it's directed at me, I don't get the warm fuzzies that other people get about Christmas. I get the warm fuzzies about making other people special. Halloween is my favorite because I get to dress up and get free candy and socialize with people, so it's like 3 of my top favorite things. And then Easter is my second favorite. Easter was special to me because it was a game and a challenge of wits and also free candy. But also the food is just my favorite out of all the holidays. Like Thanksgiving is Christmas, I miss my Christmas dinner that I used to have with my family. But like if Easter food went away forever, I would be distressed, distraught, and upset. We would do a ham and deviled eggs and potato salad, and I love potato salad. I will live off of potato salad for about a week after Easter. Thanks for all the likes, Evil. Yeah, I just, but instead of just doing like an egg hunt, the Easter Bunny would give us a clue to the next clue to the next clue to the next clue that would eventually lead to our Easter basket. So, like, that just made it so much more than just go find the eggs, go find your basket. Anyways. How about them sports teams? I hear Post Malone is singing at the Super Bowl. That is distressing. Can Post Malone sing? The only thing I know is that we're not in it. I was even watching a game yesterday. No idea who won. Ravens? Ravens win? Is that... I was just laughing because it was so cold that, like, you know, the players are out there and they're putting on cloaks. They're definitely cloaks. And Rob goes, no, they're like blankets with hoods and shoulders. And I was like, so cloaks. My father-in-law's like, no. I was like, yeah, definitely cloaks. I have sewn them. Those are cloaks. They've got hoods. If it quacks like a cloak and has feathers like a cloak, pretty sure it's a cloak. Right, that's the saying. Yeah, do it, because definitely cloaks. They're probably super warm. LARP nerds are looking in the wrong spot. We gotta be sharp. Shopping with the sports people. I mean, we used to make our armor out of hockey pads. So, like, what happened? 65 for a thick fleece cloak is not bad. Dude, you pay that in materials alone. We are shopping with the wrong crowd. Football sideline capes. Okay. Capes? It's got shoulders. It's not a cape. Also, it's got a hood, it's not a cape. Do they define cloaks as like having sleeves? That's a robe. I might be wrong, who knows? Football sideline capes. Well, they're certainly not blankets with hoods. Like, when I picture that, I picture like the little baby wraps that you get for like toddlers after bath time. Just like a towel with a hood. Oh. That's comparable to what you'd be paying for, like, Renaissance Fair. $120? I don't know what fleece is going for anymore. If it's just fleece... Oh, it's lined. Minimum. Just get like 6 other people to put in. Do they come in different colors? Or are they just black? Ooh. 120 ain't bad for a cloak. That's just funny. Gonna have to tell my father-in-law that next time I see them. Oh, I am absolutely certain it was. It was a break out the Carhartt onesie weekend up here. Yeah, I've been working in it all week. It's been awful. Huh. Oh. That sucks. I'm sure it wasn't very safe for a lot of people to be driving in it down there. Oh, no doubt. Well, not the first time that game has run on 4 NPCs and a prayer. Certainly won't be the last. I recall a winter event where there were 10 of us total. It was miserable. Ah. Yes, we still have snow. Well, that's nice. Yeah, we've got about... It's probably down... Ooh, probably down to 4.5 inches out there. But the roads are clear at this point. It's been really cold, though. Where Nexus is, they closed down schools for frost. Nexus, do you remember what color ribbon we decided for this? We've got the, like a green, white, off-white, pink, blue. I can't remember what color we decided. Think on it. We'll come back to it. I know it's in my last video, I'm just lazy and don't feel like going back and finding it. I thought it was green too. What else is new in the last 2 weeks? Because I didn't stream last week. Let's see. Kids' room. Lots of buffering tonight. I don't think that's on my end. We're green on my end. Did the kids' room. Posted on Patreon, which is nice. Trying to keep up with making stock. Trying to do at least an item every other night. Doing 3 shows this year. which I will make a bigger announcement about this week. I have a sewing it's kind of a sewing commission. It's a costume commission for my first boss. He goes on these 80s themed cruises and they do a costume contest on the cruise. And this year he's going as Chet from Weird Science. So I have to turn this Slimer costume that he has from Ghostbusters into Chet. I think it's Chet. I think that's his name. Another cult classic I never watched. Yes. And I have to figure out how to change the color from like this green. It's like green. Like when you think Crayola box green. To like this awful ugly brown. I don't know if maybe I could use like hairspray color. Okay. Thinking about using like the spray dye that you can get, because I'm pretty sure that'll stick to the polyester without coming off. Because I don't want to use spray paint, because spray paint will flake. And I don't know that Ritz dye is going to take to the fabric. So it's going to be an adventure, to say the least. Figuring out how to do that. And if you want to follow along with my progress on that, I'll be posting about it more on my Patreon. I am going to do a Blueberry Hollow, well, the Hollows themed food blog this year. That's the trend this year. Is I'll be taking a food from each month's stories and either figuring out a recipe for it or finding a recipe I think really works for it. And then I will be making a cookbook. I think that could be fun. realized February is around the corner too, so I have to start putting in like orders for vegetable seeds and plants. This year I want to focus on putting flowers in my planters. I have all of these really pretty planter pots, but I haven't been able to put flowers in them because none of them have drainage holes. They're just the pot, and so they hold a lot of water when it rains, and I have to drill them. I'm looking, my Burpee seed catalog came, and there's these gorgeous straw flowers on the front. Might get myself some of those. Things that'll like reseed themselves. I am a busy gal. This is my life. Add that to the calendar, yeah. I have finally been keeping up with my bullet journaling. At least every other night, which is good. Been keeping me on track, or at least monitoring my progress, which is good. I can look back and feel like I have done things versus feeling like I haven't. Xena is finally streaming again? Oh, cool. I just saw Firefly is streaming on one of the services we watch. It's like, oh, cool. Definitely gotta rewatch that one. It's so short, so it's really easy, but those are the kind of TV shows I like. Short, sweet, to the point. Especially not to the point. Yeah. Yeah. Rob likes to watch very long-winded shows. He has been watching One Piece and is pretty much caught up on it. If ever there was a show that is not short, sweet, or to the point, that is definitely it. I just can't with that show. Oh, to read it? Oh, I'm sure it's much more palatable being read. Watching it. No thanks. It's hard enough for me to watch a 24 episode anime. Like, I love watching anime, don't get me wrong. I can't sit still that long. I can barely sit still long enough to do the stream. It is a miracle. It is a miracle when I can sit still long enough to do like TV or video games. My husband just bought me Stardew Valley. I've played it, I don't know, like 3 times since he bought it for me on New Year's. Don't get me wrong, I want to play it. The soul is willing, the body can't. There are about 95 million other things that I have to do in order for my brain to relax enough to play video games. This is such a bad habit of mine that I have to start scheduling it in to my week so that I learn how to relax better. Because the thing that I used to do to relax, which is this, is no longer the thing I do to relax. This is now a business. That is one of my February goals, is to schedule video game time. My bullet journal theme for February is super cute. Not only is it Valentine's Day, but it is also Lunar New Year's. And I'm not sure if that's something you guys would be interested in seeing. I don't know, some people are into the bullet journal thing. I don't know how personal I should make my social medias. I like to give you a glimpse into my life. Because I feel like always posting about the miniature stuff is tedious for some people. I also don't actually get as many likes. Which is interesting, but besides the point. Yeah, some are great. I don't put that much effort into them. I do a nice month page, and then I have like a theme for how I design some things. Like this month I did moons and stars. Next month I want to work in a lot of Lunar New Year stuff and hearts. But I don't know if that would, I don't know. We can always see. Yeah, just hemming. Yes, I'm just hemming right now. I'll do the green after. I'll probably glue the green on. They are fancy doodle books. They keep, well, so what you use them for is like keeping track of certain things. Like I use mine as a budget tracker, a mood tracker. I use it as a daily planner and a meal planner. And since I'm on the diet, I have like a calorie counter on there as well. When it comes to gardening, I'll have a garden planner, like things I want to do, goals that I have in mind for the month. What else do I have in there? I had a song of the day, like a song that was stuck in my head, because sometimes I'll just wake up and a song will be just gnawing away at the forefront of my brain. Yeah, it's nice. I don't always keep up with it, but I try to do it at least every other night. it holds me accountable for my own actions. Which helps. I used to have notebooks in high school, but they were very disorganized and I would end up writing like the same list 25 million times. So these are a little bit better. You'd like them, Nexus, because they're just dots. So it'd be good for like sketching and doing things to scale. Not lines on a page. Though I don't know how some of these people do it. They are like works of art. They don't sketch it out prior to, and they're doing all this beautiful calligraphy on the page and doing all their drawings without line work. Some people just have it, man. Yeah. I think I'm gonna try my hand at starting seedlings again this year. I haven't done that in years. Speaking of gardening, I haven't done that in years. And I have always sucked at it, to be perfectly honest. But now that I am in one spot, I might be able to succeed at it. I'm gonna try a couple things at least. Some flowers. Multiple notebooks, oh gosh. That's living the dream right there. Tomes. I have an issue. I love notebooks, but I hate writing in them because I feel like Nothing I ever write will be good enough for it to stay in the notebook. So I love getting fancy notebooks, but I am terrified to write in them because what if I screw up? And what if it's crap? And what if it's not worthy of the pretty notebook? Night, Evil. Thanks for tuning in. Get some rest. I'm gonna see how far we get by 9:30, and then I have to go do things with the rest of my evening. Like shower and laundry and package orders. Getting there, slowly but surely. tiny hems. We'll probably put the finishing touches on this next week. Yeah, got to work on the HO train scale project today. That felt good. Certainly reinvigorated the want to work on that project. So maybe I'll buy myself a couple new things in a few weeks. Yeah. So if you're on the Patreon, I encourage you to check it out. And if you're not on the Patreon, I encourage you to join. You're going to get at least 12 posts this year. At least that's my goal. Different pledge levels get you different fun things, but it all gets you the exclusive content, which doesn't get posted anywhere else. pressure. It's just where I post things that aren't necessarily Blueberry Hollow. Though I gotta talk to my mom because I want to finally put my general store pieces that she sent like 2 Christmases ago in. And I think that's going to be some content. I've got some sorting to do. That's going to be some content. I do all sorts of fun things on there. My HO train scale project. Looking to possibly interview my grandmother about Blackberry Hollow. If that would be something people might be interested in reading about, that'd be fun. See if she can reckon back 30 years. Almost 30 years, yeah, 95. Copywritten as of 1995. Last hem we're gonna do is the collar. Fingers crossed we can do that. This one was not done. The original. Yeah, it's got a long history. I just sent her down all of the stories and, well, so I sent her copies because I'm not sending I'm not sending my book. She's apparently, there's a little girl that comes and visits her grandparents, and my grandmother was talking to her about it, so she wants to start sending the newsletters to her. Which is very kind. I think they are a sign of the times my grandparents come from, and so they are a tad dated now. But I think they will be appreciated and loved. Gang kids these days. Gang kids all days. Or did you mean dang? Yeah, well, kids all days. Every generation has the dang kids these days. Generation underneath me is always on the iPads or their phones. My generation, we listened to angry music, and the generation before me, like, we were never home, and the generation before them were avoiding the draft, and the generation before them were listening to rock and roll music, and the generation before them, like, it's all kids. Just kids. It is our job as the generation before the next to go, dang kids these days. That is just what we say. But until we realize that every kid and every generation are the dang kids, like, there's gonna be no growth, no understanding. Like, why are the Gen Alpha kids the way they are? Why are they always on iPads and phones? Because everybody has one. First off. Second off, millennials can't afford to stay home and raise their children. And why is that? Because the Gen Xers ruined the economy for us. And why is that? Because the boomers insisted that a 40-hour work week be a 60-hour work week unpaid. And why is that? Because, look, it's everywhere. No, they're not. They have access to the most information they will ever have. And if it were your generation, you would be the same way. If it's not iPods, it was hallucinogenic substances. And if it's not breaking the economy, then it's expanding the population beyond its available means. We're all screw-ups. We're human. That's the beauty of it. I find it hilarious that a 6-year-old can fix my computer better than, like, Geek Squad can. You are comparing apples to oranges by saying that they are ruined. They are different. Saying they are ruined does nothing for them. Or are their coping skills, social skills, and solving skills different than yours? Sure they do. They just occupy themselves differently than how you did. It's like saying that I don't know how to relax. No, I relax differently than other people. Look, being critical is not helpful unless you are going to also give a way to fix the problem. These parents are doing what they can do within their means to raise their children. Is it how you would have done it? No. And that's okay. I'm not defending, I'm devil's advocating. I'm just saying, as a generation who was told that we ruined everything, we didn't. We changed things. That's it. And change is inevitable. I mean, let's face it, my parents' generation's coping skills were drinking heavily and, like, beating their wives, so, like, is that any better? My grandparents' generation doesn't like to socialize or talk about anything unless it is directly related to them. We all have flaws. We are all screw-ups. I'm throwing everybody under the bus here. I'm not defending the kids underneath of me. I'm just saying we're all screw-ups. But if you're going to be riled up about it, we can change the subject. Has the frost affected your crops in any way? My broccoli is buried under 5 inches of snow, so I don't know that it's gonna ever go to head, but I feel like I probably should have put my vegetable garden in the front yard. My flower garden's out back. Hindsight is always 20/20. That's good. Still eating greens every day out of the garden? Oh, I'm sorry. don't believe that's on my end. I feel like I would have had other complaints. Ooh, a sale. Good thing I packed that in my bag for tomorrow. I've got, just ran out of, I think I need to call it a night. Can't keep up with you on conversations. Might have to restart my computer. Alright, well, good night. I'm logging off here in like 20 minutes. As soon as I finish this hymn. Said that's going leftwise. That was not smart. inside out. We'll see our mostly finished product. We'll finish this guy up next week. I guess I'll give you guys the spiel. So for those of you new to the channel, my name is Bailey Carr Zimmerman and I am the owner of Blueberry Hollow Miniatures. I've been collecting miniatures for over 25 years at this point, and I've been making in the last 3. Blueberry Hollow Miniatures is a product of 3 generations worth of miniature love, and a story that has been passed down from my grandmother to me. And it started with Blackberry Hollow and thus became Blueberry Hollow. I like to stream on Twitch at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Sundays. And I am usually making things or setting up my dollhouses for the holidays. If you want to check me out, I encourage you to do so at Twitch at Blueberry Hollow Miniatures, or if you miss a video and want to check out some of my previous stuff, you can check out my YouTube at the same name, Blueberry Hollow Miniatures. I have a Facebook and Instagram, which is Blueberry Hollow Miniatures as well, and my TikTok is Blueberry Hollow Minis. I do try to post, I'm trying to get back in the swing of doing it every day, but I am fairly active on my Instagram and Facebook, so keep an eye out for posts on there. If you would like to see some of the things I have for sale, you can do so at Etsy at Blueberry Hollow Minis. Yes, TikTok at Blueberry Hollow Minis, Etsy at Blueberry Hollow Minis. And if you would like to read the blog, I have posted the stories that my grandmother used to tell me about Blackberry Hollow up on the blog, but this year we're doing the foods of Blackberry Hollow, so I encourage you to keep an eye out for that in the coming days as I post this month's blog towards the end of the month. I don't know what food I'm doing, or I do know what food I'm doing, but I just don't know off the top of my head. It's on a list somewhere. So in the stories there's always some sort of food because my grandmother is a foodie and she worked that into Mary Emily's character, so there is always some sort of food. Look at that cute little romper. We are so close to being done. Just like some green trim. How cute would that be? Just like right up there, right around the cuffs. Ah, so cute. I kind of want to finish it now. Oh no, I've got this guy to finish too. Okay, no, we're gonna wait until next week. Yeah, so I encourage you to go check that out. That's blueberryhollowminiatures.wordpress.com. Let's see, what else? If you would like to check out my Patreon and support in a little way that isn't just liking or subscribing, which is fully appreciated, don't get me wrong, but you can do so at Patreon. You can probably find me at Blueberry Hollow Miniatures on there as well. Excuse me. Let's see. Blog, Etsy, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Patreon. Oh, and if you are a miniaturist or know of any miniaturists, if you run shows, if you are a vendor, if you are a recreationalist, if you know of any clubs or anything like that, or just in general want to get into these things and need a resource, you can do so at the Free Miniaturist Directory. That's freeminiaturistdirectory.wordpress.com. It is a free source that I have created. Cataloging as many of those resources as absolutely possible, and it is ever growing. So if you know of anybody or you are one yourself, please join the mission. It is free to join, free to access, and really valuable information, honestly, if I do say so myself. And if you've missed any of that, you can check out my link tree at linktr.ee/blueberryhollowminiatures. Any of this information is likely in the About Me section below, below the Twitch stream or in my YouTube. But if you find one of these sites, you can likely find the rest. So with that, I'm going to sign off. I will see you next Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Hopefully, I might have a birthday party to attend, but I will keep you guys updated. I'm hopefully going to be back, but almost done. Look at how many cute little clothes we've made so far. Just like, I am so happy with how everything is turning out, and this romper is gonna be absolutely adorable. I'm so excited. Like, look at it. Either that, or maybe, I think that's too much pink. Either that, there's blue. I don't know, I'll do a poll, see what you guys think. I think we've got a lot of blue going on. Maybe white. White would be nice too. Going for something springy. Green is super cute. I don't know. I'll put up a poll. It's a guy's romper, but it's a Victorian guy's romper, so it's like... not the most masculine by today's standards, I suppose. And then we got a collar. It's gonna go up there. Like that. Yeah. So we'll finish this next week. We're gonna keep doing clothes until I think the end of February is what we've got on the docket. There are calendars up, so you can check that out. But with that, I bid you adieu and good night. I will see you next week. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Love you guys. Good night.